Warren Edward Buffett, born August 30, 1930, is an American business magnate, investor, and philanthropist. He is currently the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway. As a result of his immense investment success, Buffett is one of the best-known fundamental investors in the world. You are welcome to Wealth Worth. If you are just joining us, please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more interesting videos. As of November 2023, he had a net worth of $118 billion. Making him the seventh richest person in the world. Early business career: Buffett worked from 1951 to 1954 at Buffett Falk & Company as an investment salesman, from 1954 to 1956, at Graham Newman Corporation as a securities analyst, from 1956 to 1969, at Buffett Partnership Limited as a general partner, and from 1970 as chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway Incorporated. In 1951, Buffett discovered that Graham was on the board of Geico Insurance. Taking a train to Washington, D.C., on a Saturday, he knocked on the door of Geico's headquarters until a janitor admitted him. There he met Lorimer Davidson, Geico's vice president, and the two discussed the insurance business for hours. Davidson would eventually become Buffett's lifelong friend and a lasting influence, and would later recall that he found Buffett to be an extraordinary man. After only 15 minutes, Buffett wanted to work on Wall Street, but both his father and Ben Graham urged him not to. He offered to work for Graham for free, but Graham refused. Buffett returned to Omaha and worked as a stockbroker, while taking a Dale Carnegie public speaking course. Using what he learned, he felt confident enough to teach an investment principles night class at the University of Nebraska-Omaha. The average age of his students was more than twice his own. During this time, he also purchased a Sinclair gas station as a side investment, but it was unsuccessful. In 1952, Buffett married Susan Thompson at Dundee Presbyterian Church. The next year they had their first child, Susan Alice. In 1954, Buffett accepted a job at Benjamin Graham's partnership. His starting salary was $12,000 a year, about $131,000 today. There he worked closely with Walter Schloss. Graham was adamant that stock picks should provide a wide margin of safety, after weighing the trade-off between their price and their intrinsic value. That same year, the Buffetts had their second child, Howard Graham. In 1956, Benjamin Graham retired and closed his partnership. At this time, Buffett's personal savings were over $174,000, about $1.87 million today, and concurrently founded Buffett Partnership Limited. Here are some key factors that contributed to his wealth. Value investing. Buffett is known for his adherence to the value investing philosophy, which involves identifying undervalued stocks and investing in them for the long term. He looks for companies with strong fundamentals, competitive advantages, and solid management teams. Buffett's approach involves conducting thorough research and analysis to identify companies that are trading below their intrinsic value, and then buying them with the intention of holding them for the long term. Buffett started investing when he was 11 years old, buying 6 shares of Citi Service preferred stock, 3 shares for himself and 3 for his sister, at a cost of $38 per share. He made a small profit on this investment and went on to build several other businesses. He filed his first tax return at just 13 years of age. It was for the 1944 calendar year. He'd earned $592.50 in total, more than half of it from a paper round, the rest from investments. He paid $7 in tax. Berkshire Hathaway. Buffett transformed a textile manufacturing company named Berkshire Hathaway into a diversified conglomerate and holding company. Over the years, he used the company to acquire other businesses and investments, allowing him to build a sizable portfolio of stocks, bonds, and wholly owned subsidiaries. Berkshire Hathaway's ownership of companies such as Coca-Cola, Geico, and Dairy Queen has contributed significantly to Buffett's wealth. Long-term investment horizon. Buffett has consistently emphasized the importance of a long-term investment horizon. He believes in holding investments for many years, allowing the power of compounding to work in his favor. By avoiding short-term market fluctuations and focusing on the long-term potential of his investments, Buffett has been able to generate substantial returns over time. Patience and discipline. Buffett is known for his disciplined approach to investing and his ability to remain patient during market downturns. He believes in investing in businesses that he understands and has a strong conviction in, even during times of market uncertainty. Buffett's ability to stay focused on his investment strategy and not succumb to short-term market trends has been a key factor in his long-term success. Business acquisitions. In addition to investing in publicly traded stocks, Buffett has made several notable acquisitions of entire companies. His approach involves acquiring businesses with strong fundamentals, sustainable competitive advantages, and attractive growth prospects. By acquiring such companies, Buffett has been able to capture the value created by their long-term growth and profitability. Philanthropy. Although not directly related to his wealth creation, it's worth mentioning that Buffett has pledged to donate a significant portion of his fortune to philanthropic causes. In 2006, he announced that he would give away more than 99% of his wealth to charitable organizations, primarily through the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. This commitment to philanthropy reflects Buffett's belief in using his wealth to make a positive impact on society. It's important to note that Warren Buffett's wealth accumulation is the result of decades of consistent and successful investing. His investment principles and strategies have been studied and emulated by many investors around the world. At the same time, Buffett has built a huge fortune for himself. He is the fifth richest person in the world. The exact position fluctuates, but he's generally in the top 5, with a net worth of $112 billion. Virtually all of Buffett's wealth is tied up in Berkshire Hathaway stock. Since he gained control of the business in 1965, the shares have returned 20.1% per annum, compared to 10.5% for the S&P 500. Buffett's investing style can be defined by one of his best-known quotes. Rule number 1. Never lose money. Rule number 2. Never forget Rule 1. Since the 1950s, the investor has always sought to find investment opportunities with low chance of a failure, but high return potential. Buffett seeks to minimize the risk of failure by sticking to companies in sectors that he knows well. Risk comes from not knowing what you are doing, as he puts it. He likes to own companies with an enduring competitive advantage, such as a well-known brand or substantial economies of scale, and will not pay over the odds for any business. As a value investor, he prefers to buy when other investors are selling. In 2008, when the global financial sector was teetering on the edge of collapse, Buffett invested $5 billion of Berkshire's cash in Goldman Sachs at extremely favorable terms, which would have been impossible for an ordinary investor to access. The bet eventually yielded a profit of more than $3 billion for the conglomerate. Around the same time, he also plowed cash into Dow Chemical, Bank of America, and General Electric. Despite this impressive bet, Buffett generally does not try to time the market or speculate on the price of securities. He believes that investors should approach buying a stock with the same mindset as if they were buying the entire business. He has encouraged others to own your stocks as an investment, just like you'd own an apartment, house, or a farm. Look at them as a business. Here are the top 20 equity holdings in Berkshire Hathaway's equity portfolio, which is managed by Buffett, as reported at the end of March, according to the firm's 13F regulatory filing. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.